Okay. Yeah. All right. I think YouTube's working. Nice. Yeah. I guess I have to. There's like a specific way I have to turn on YouTube, so I guess I had to do that. But seems like it's good. And check my chat really quick. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm getting the idea with this. So that's good. Why does the progress board look different? I guess they updated something. I don't know. All right. Anyways. Actually, give me 1 more minute. I'm gonna just use the restroom real quick. Be like 1 minute, and then I'll go ahead and start the stream. Okay. Yeah, just had to use the restroom really quick. But yeah, okay. I think I'm ready to go ahead and actually start the stream. Alright, so welcome. Welcome to the Game Engine stream. Today is February 6th. It is a Thursday. And yeah, alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, where's my... Okay, wait, this thing's bugging out, hold on. Okay, there we go, alright. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the updates section. Alright, so yeah, I didn't really do too much between last stream and this stream. I just fixed a few bugs. I did do a few commits, so I'll go ahead and show what I did, but it wasn't anything too crazy. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into that. I don't think I have any other updates though that are super relevant at the moment. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so if we take a look over here, we're still working on the slider. I did actually do some off-screen work on the combo widget, just, I don't know, it's some of the boring work that I did last stream for the slider widget. I kind of did some of the same stuff for the combo, but I didn't get too far with it. Yeah, and then I did a little bit of changes to the rendering for the slider widget, so you'll kind of see that working. Basically, this stream is going to be me getting the slider widget actually functioning, right? Might have to add a few things and whatnot, but yeah, we'll get into it. I'm trying to think of anything else I wanted to say. Yeah, we're actually getting pretty close though. Four more tabs on this, right? This was a long list before. So, I did. Wait, Shift W does that? What? Oh, interesting. Okay, my bad. Yeah, we're getting close. So I'm trying to think of anything else I wanted to say before I start. I don't think so. All right, so let's go ahead and just recap what I did between last stream and this stream. And real quick, let me take a look at the dev branch. Let's see what I actually committed or like pushed to the remote repository. Let's see. Okay, so all these were committed here, so that means iBeam. Add basic serialize, yep. Add new slider icon, reset and time UI. Okay, yeah, and this was the one I did off stream. Okay, I was just making sure which ones I which ones I did in the last stream. That was these two. So this is the only one that I pushed to the remote repository. This one, I remember at the end of last stream I was complaining, why is there so much repeated code when I'm trying to add this thing? You know, I was complaining about that. So I dealt with it. So I managed to find a way to get that. Where is it? This thing, the open tooltip on press thing for all the widgets. I abstracted it so that like you don't have to keep defining it over and over again, or I don't have to keep defining it over and over again. But yeah, this is just refactoring. And then the other two commits, I haven't pushed them yet, but I did create them. Let me take a look really quick. Yeah, start implementing the slider widgets on render function, and then begin adding the drop-down widget to the runtime UI. I previously called it the combo widget, but I just replaced the name. So now it's drop-down widget. So yeah, I think I can better just show you like writing the program, what I did, than anything else. So the main visual change I made is I actually kind of implemented the on render function for the slider. So if we go take a look at this test UI, we have a little slider. Wowee. Yeah, it doesn't function yet. It's just kind of a visual. You can click on it. It kind of does this thing, but yeah, you can't drag it or anything yet. So we're gonna get that working today. I wasn't really too sure. Oh, this music is going crazy. Okay, switch to that song. Yeah, I really wasn't sure how I wanted to deal with like displaying the numbers. I think what I'm going to do is just for now, I'm going to leave the numbers off, and then just like provide like an API for retrieving the data, like the number information from this, and then maybe have like a separate text widget right here that just displays the number, right? Just so it's more like modular, I guess. Because I have a feeling if I hard code in where the numbers display, like if I had like a lower and upper bounds hard coded right here, or like a number that followed the slider, whatever, like that'd be neat, but it wouldn't really fit a lot of different use cases, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to do it right now. Just provide the interpreted number as like an external API. Trying to see if there's anything else I wanted to say about this. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, again, basically we're going to start working on getting this like properly working with the mouse button and whatnot. Yeah, and then the other major change was, I believe this used to say combo widget. So if we go up to like all our different widgets, there's that little enum we have. There it is. We have like text widget, button widget, checkbox, you know, all the ones we added. Pop-up is the only one that's still kind of like an opaque thing, or like I haven't implemented it yet, and I'm probably going to rename it, but I don't want to move it or like adjust its location because it might invalidate some of the serialized numbers. Will it? Actually, I don't think it will invalidate anything, because all of them use the actual name instead of like a cached number. But still, I'm going to leave it here for now. Soon I'll add like container widgets, and then the pop-up widget will be like a variant of the container widget, right? So if you have like a vertical container, then logically, right, like you'd have a container, and then it would have like child widgets that all are kind of organized in like a vertical fashion, right? So you go one, then down to the next one, down to the next one, yada yada yada, right? Horizontal would just go horizontal, right? And then I could do like a grid container, which would be cool. And then I could do pop-up container. That'd be really cool. And then the other one was like a slidable container, or maybe not have a slidable, maybe they just make that an option for all the containers. I don't know. I haven't decided what makes sense with that. I know Godot has like a slidable container that you have to like parent to like a vertical container. I don't know if I like that. I think I like just having the sliding function being like an option for all the containers. But yeah, we'll get into that whole container thing after we finish these last two widgets. So if I go back and take a look at, where is it? Is that progress board? Yeah. So yeah, widget containers. So we'll get to that once we're done with these two. I'm gonna get rid of this maybe. We're like definitely doing it. We are certainly doing it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then I suppose I can head over to the onRender function, and then we can kind of see like where I'm currently at with it. The one that I just modified for the slider. Okay, I don't know. Let's go to class slider widget. There we go. All right, so you can you'll be able to see like what I implemented. So here, basically, it's kind of similar to the API from the other ones, like this one, which is the input text widget. It renders a background, right? And then it renders the text, and then it renders the cursor, right? And this is just some cache data that's common between the two. I didn't want to recalculate it twice, so that's the whole point of this. Yeah, but for the slider widget, basically all we have to do is just render like the slider line, that background line, right? And then we just render like the actual slider, like you know, the little dial thing you like pull back and forth, whatever. I don't know. I can just call it a slider. I don't know. But yeah, the code's actually pretty simple for the rendering. It's like if you look at the background, you can use the background input spec. I gotta change this to like quad spec. It's more descriptive. But it even still says running the widget's background. Just erase this. Create the transform of the quad. But yeah, basically this one, it makes a line that's 1/10 the size on the y-axis, and then it's the full size on the x-axis, so that means it spans the whole x-axis and it's only 1/10 of the size on the y-axis, right? So that's like, you know, the dimensions of the line, and it'll scale with the size of the widget, right? And yeah, just apply those transformations here and then just render it, right? And I believe the slider code is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, just again, the actual, like, you can take a look at the commits if you want to like fully understand this. It's pretty simple, just half extents and whatnot, just trial and error type of stuff. But this one is more specifically like 4% on the x-axis and 35% on the y-axis to kind of get that little thimble shape. And I might adjust the slider to make it, or maybe provide like a constant size instead of it being proportional. I don't know. I'll see. And yeah, and of course here, in order to get it to display the, how do I say, the select color, we have this like if-else statement, right, for the color. And yeah, I think that's pretty much what I got done. The other commit was really to me just like starting to implement this dropdown. I started adding like some basic data for it, like it's selectable, having a vector of like drop-down options, right? So each one can have its own like cache data and whatnot. And then this is going to be a color that's specific to like the background of the drop-down, right? Which is going to be different from the normal background. But yeah, we'll get into that later when we get into the drop-down. Yeah. All right, I think that's good enough for the recap. Let's go ahead and get into some code, yeah? Okay, so I'm just thinking, what do I actually need right now? Let me go look at the thing again and start thinking. I think the first major thing, and the thing I was like thinking about off stream, was how I'm going to do the clicking and dragging. It's pretty simple. It's just I got to figure out like how I want that to work with the events, right? but yeah, basically I want you to be able to click it, right? Now it's selected, and you can drag this one. So this is gonna be a first, like a few, yeah, I'm tripping over my words, right? Let me start making like a little checklist over here. So there's gonna be a few steps I gotta take to get this set up. The first thing is I need to recognize when I click on this little, I'm gonna call it a little thimble thing. I don't know what to call it. So, I'm right over here, detect when clicking the thimble. Okay. And then basically the next thing is once we detect if we click the thimble, right? We need to have some sort of state that we enter, right? I don't know if it's supposed to be like a global state or if it's specific to this slider. I've been kind of debating that in my head, honestly. I'm thinking it would work better as a global state because I'd like to recognize if we are like clicking and dragging something, right? And then that state won't, how do I say, won't just be unique to the slider. Like I could see you having like a button where like if you click and you haven't released it yet, it stays in a certain state until like you release it, right? So yeah, you know what, the more that I kind of say that out loud, the more that makes sense, yeah. So enter a pressed state for the widget, or global or whatever, we'll get into that. And then while we're in the press state, make the thimble slider, I don't know, make the slider follow the X position of the, let's bring it over here. Make the slider follow the X position of the cursor, like over time, right? And then of course now we need to figure out a way to exit the state, right? So like clicked, and then we're in the state, right? So while we're in the state, it's going to be dragging, right? And I'm assuming while it's dragging, every time like we update the position, how do I say? Every time we update the position, we should call the on, like, what is that function called? The on move script. So let me add that as a thing. So call on move slider with a float change for changes in position. Right, so that's like a whole thing. And yeah, the last major thing is I need to exit the follow state, right? So exit the follow state. Switch over this music. Okay. X position states. Probably a respond to a mouse button released event. And this will probably be like a capture, how do I say? Capture left click. Okay. And also we'll probably want to call this on move slider at the end of this, but I mean it'll already be implemented, so just call it twice. Probably make like an internal function out of that for when terminating in choice. Yeah, I mean honestly either of these is valid, right? Like this or this. Like you could not do this part, and then just when you like click and drag, when you let go of the drag, that's when it updates the value. But I think people expect it to update every time you move, right? Especially like things like volume and whatnot. If you have a slider for the volume, you want to hear it as you move it. So no, I think this needs to be called every update of the X position, like every appreciable update, right? I'll probably put some like threshold because, you know, float imprecision, how that goes and whatnot. Let's see. Was there anything else I'm forgetting? I just want to make sure I. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think we're good. So let's start with this first one. Detect when clicking the thimble in the slider, right? And this should be fairly easy since we're basically doing the exact same thing as when we were dealing with the input text thing. So let's get that done first. Oh yeah. Also, another thing. When we're doing this call thing, right? Figure out linear interpolation between bounds to output, right? I have an idea. It really shouldn't be that hard. And again, I already have an interpolation API, so I can go interpolation. Just things on the wrong screen. Yeah, so I have this whole like file, right, that has all these interpolations, so I can just do linear on this, right? But this takes in a progress. That's interesting. Oh well, yeah, the progress is that's how interpolations work. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I could just leverage that and get that to work. But yeah, we still got to figure that out. All right, so again, detect when clicking the thimble on the slider. We have a function for that. Let's head over to that function. It's this one. Provides the mouse position and whatnot. And we're already assuming that the mouse position and viewport has already been adjusted for the size of the viewport, so we don't really have to worry about that. That's already kind of done for us. So let's see how the editing widget does this. Yeah, it gets the line data, it asserts it because you would need it for the editing widget. That'd be weird if it wasn't, yeah. We get the window size, we get the widget size. And then, yeah, we get this single line start position. So we have to like, this is just like some of that rendering data or rendering code that we had. So I just moved it over here. And then here we have this like unique function for getting the cursor index from the mouse position, right? We won't need to do anything that's complex for this one. So I think the first thing is this one detects for editing widget. We need a new like global widget type that we're referencing. So we're going to do else if, and then we're going to do, how do I call this one? Pressed widget. Pressed widget, huh? I mean, it is descriptive. I just there was another name for it. Yeah, because active widget doesn't count for this. Well, okay. I could have a global pressed widget, or I could get the selected widget and then just check if it's the correct type and then see if the widget is currently pressed. Both of those would be valid. I'm just gonna go with this for now, just because this is a lot easier to query. I guess maybe I'll change it later if I'm like trying to refactor something. But yeah, we'll go ahead and make this a thing. Press widget. We are bloating the user interface, but I mean, it's all right. Comes with the territory, right? Yeah, it's just a pointer anyways. Here's fine. Okay, let me take a look at the editing widget. Let me just see if I'm forgetting anything. I don't need to serialize this. This is like a runtime data, so that's one good thing about it. It's a lot of them, isn't it? Holy crap. Well, that's nice. It tells you if it's a read or write operation. It's kind of cool. I never noticed that. Okay, all these look like we're actually just using it. Yeah, key typed events. Yeah, we're just trying to see if there's anything else like administrative that I do that I'm forgetting. It seems like we're good. Yeah, there shouldn't be any like M current pressed widget. Like it's like how do I say? To be like serialized or something, that would be stupid. Stupid. Let's see. Yeah, the only qualm I have with like the active UI holding this like pressed widget is that it feels like it's kind of a weird like responsibility, right? Like I feel like the responsibility should be in the widget itself, not in the activity. I don't know. It's kind of debatable, honestly. I don't think we're querying it every frame. I think we're just checking. Oh no, we will be querying it every frame, yeah. Yeah, I know, we definitely will. But that's still fine though. We're not querying it every widget, we're just querying it on the onUpdate function. Just trying to think of all the considerations for this. Okay, no, I think we're good. Yeah, it looks like all the cases here, it was just like messing with it or whatever. Maybe my bad. I'm listening to some music on my headphones, so it might sound weird. So what's he doing? Okay, all right. So yeah, let's get back to that function. I think we're good. I was just thinking to myself for a second. Okay, so yeah, good. Let's go ahead and repeat this. Might turn this into a function. I think I do this somewhere else too. Or I kind of repeat this little process that I do with this. So yeah, let me make this into a helper function so I don't keep repeating myself. Where do I put this function? Let's see. Okay, I gotta sort these a bit more. I think at some point when I do a refactor, I am going to split out, maybe split up. I don't know. I like the service class, like being the class you go to when you're trying to like interact with like a static state, right? Or like some like static functions, right? But some of these things I feel like can be like split up into like different classes for different kinds of concerns, I suppose. I will definitely sort this a little bit later, but for now, it's fine. So what are we doing? I think we're getting the position and oh, we're getting both the widget position and size, right? Yeah, we are. Okay, so I can either return two values, or I could just do the C thing where like you pass in the values by reference and then have them get modified. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. I don't want to do them separately. I'd like to do it all in one shot. Okay, let's copy this again. Again, our input for this is going to be the active window along with the viewport data. So we need both of those. Do I return a tuple? Okay, fine. Just do this. We'll do a void, and then we'll say get widget size, location and size. Okay. And then I'm going to go with a window pointer. Widget window. Window. Widget. Pointer. Widget. Let's do viewport data. Viewport. Okay, and then I'm going to specify these as out. So we're going to do math, I think vectors for both of them. Just a pure reference, and I'm going to call this translation out. Math vec3 reference size out. Okay, let's paste it. All right. Okay, well this one's going to be translation out. Size out. And this is a bit more efficient too, because then everything's kind of stack allocated. Or it would be stack allocated anyways, but I don't know, you don't have to return any values. You're just modifying stack data from the previous stack frame. Okay, I guess that's a bit, I don't know, it's whatever, I guess. Okay, we're gonna do window. Okay, I think this is good. What a function call. Jeez, how many parameters is that? 5? It has the return values too. I suppose so. Yeah, yeah. I'm still okay with it because the main benefit is I don't have to keep writing this over and over again. And if I adjust this, it's in one place. So, no, it's fine. What would I call it again? Okay, so we have a window and a widget. So the window in this case is going to be this. The widget is going to be this one. Okay. And the viewport data, just pass that along. Okay. Okay, and then this is the difference. So we have to do this math vec3 widget translation, and then just keep it undefined, and then math vec3 window translation. Brain died for a second. Widget size, that's what I meant. Okay, and then we're going to do widget translation and widget size. There we go. So basically this function call will run, and then it'll fill these two buffers. And we can get rid of this. Get the widgets translation, and size. Okay, yeah. So the whole point of doing that was just to get like this over here. Okay, and then again, this one uses all this information to get like the bounding box of the, or get the location of the cursor, right? This is going to be different. We need to get okay, we're gonna do some test code really quick. I already know that the mouse position like works. I've already tested that with like this code. So the only question is, can I get the mouse position to reflect the bounding box of the little thimble slider thing, right? So first thing is get slider bounding box. Then what's the next thing? And then we'll just do like a to do here. Check if something. Calculation is correct. I put it to do so I can erase this. But the idea is I'm going to have like a kg trace info here. Just like my little debug warning stuff. Calm it out for a second. All right, so let's get this bounding box. Ooh, but I do want to write out the mouse location. So let's do this. Okay. And then we're going to do this mouse position. And then, yeah. So mouse position dot x. Okay, and then next thing is I want to like kind of display the sliders translation and then size, and then I can kind of just make sure everything looks right. So how do we get this bounding box? Let's go look at the rendering code. Let's see how we're doing that. do slider widget. There we go. Okay, so the one we care about is this one. It looks like we're just passing in the widget translation and the widget size. These should be identical to what we calculated in that function just now. We're doing that too is kind of interesting. Okay, let's head in. Okay, and then we get the slider size to be this. And then we modify the translation like this. And we modify the size like this. Okay. So let's just copy this code over really quick, and then we'll just get the relevant stuff out of it. Okay, so this one is widget size. Next. I might turn this in, like, I'm just copying it right now just so I can get it working, but I think I might turn it into an accessory function as well, just so it's common for both. Okay, the color, I don't care about this. Let's bring this back. Okay, so we're gonna get math vec4 slider location. Yeah, so the slider position just gets directly thrown in here, so we're done with that. The translation's a bit different. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I can just do this. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll just comment this out for a second. I might just reference it still. And then all we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this over twice, and then we'll do slider position, and then slider size. Okay, let's do slider location, I guess. So next. Okay, and then we can kind of just, we'll run it, and then we'll kind of just, how do I say? Look at the numbers, make sure it makes sense, and then we can move on. But yeah, once we have this bounding box, then we can do some logic to check if the mouse position is inside the bounding box, just do some checks and whatnot. Yeah, what was on my list again? Detect whether we're clicking. Yeah, so check against the bounding box, and then basically just set the widget as pressed, right? I might want to add like a function at some point that gets called when we do that. We enter the press state, but I'm not really that worried about it, to be honest. I just want it to work first. Add that later. So yeah, really all we have to do is just enter a press state. And then from there, like, all of this logic will take over. And that's what's actually going to update the values. So let's go ahead and add a slider to the main window because we want to actually like try to use it. Okay, so I'm not worried about this anymore. Let's get rid of this. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's very mentally stable. Okay, let's go ahead and add a slider. There we go. Hey, moved over. Why is it? That's the thing. Okay. Let's see. The chat's voodoo. Hello, I'm only me for a few minutes. Need to study. How's it going? Yeah. It's good. How are you? You gonna do your studying, man? Yeah. Still working on widgets, so know how it be. I'm almost done though. Where is my... Yeah, these are my last two widgets. The slider and then... I call this combo. Let me switch it down to drop down. So yeah, getting towards the end. And then after this UI stuff, fix some networking issues and then I'm done with Pong. So I'm feeling pretty happy about that. But yeah. So let me test this real quick. Let me make sure this thing's going. How do I do the thing? Okay, there we go. Yeah, we go. Oh yeah. Also, good luck with your studying. Hope it works out, man. Right? Yeah, that's the goal, right? That's the goal. Can't really call it a game engine without any games, right? Yeah. So yeah, I actually, I tell my girlfriend like every few months, I'm like, I'm almost done with Pong, I swear. But like, I swear, I'm almost done with Pong. Like I really am. So yeah, I'm hoping by the end of the month, or maybe like in a week or two, 3 weeks, I should be done. I just want to make sure that I kind of set everything up like I'm not trying to make it perfect the first run through, but I also don't want it to be garbage, right? So I'm trying to keep my scope small, but still make something that's like, not ass, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just want to get into some games. Almost done engine work. Yeah, it's coming along. So, all right, but yeah, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and test this real quick. Let's see, slider test. We'll name it this one. Okay, so I'm gonna open this one up. Wait. Oh, it only doesn't want to click. Okay, so let me move this over here really quick. Okay, it's not clicking. Oh wait, I know why. Yeah, I know why. And I feel kind of silly. So this is on left mouse button pressed. So this is checking if we already have a press widget, but we don't have a press widget, so this would never get called. Okay, so yeah, this is incorrect. Wait, let me see where I call this really quick. This is the runtime map. No. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this gets called after on press index, which I'm kind of assuming, like if we're at this point and like we've already kind of established that we do have a hovered widget. What does this do on press? Does this think that's selected? Let me see. Okay, it does. It does set it to be selected. Okay. Okay, so I know how to do this. Let me go back. So presumably, if we've passed this point inside of this like little series of function calls, right? Then presumably we would have a selected widget. So the idea here, right, is we need to differentiate it from here, huh? Okay, no. We're gonna do if selected. Selected widget. That's the first one. And the selected widget type is equal to widget types slider. There we go. So it just checks, do we have a selected widget, and is the selected widget a slider? If that's true, then we should process the bounding box. Yeah, okay. So now it should work. Let's try it. Okay, let's try it again. Hmm? Hmm? Wait, this threw it? Wait, what? That's a weird place for it to throw an error. What's the access error from? This is a null pointer? Oh. How did that happen? Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. What did Travis Roman say? Dingus-oriented programming. I feel that. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, it hit twice. Good. Let me take a look at the screen really quick. Okay, mouse position is there. The slider size is 13 by 22. Wait, what? Slider position is 572. Mouse position is 570. Wait, those numbers don't make sense. Hold on. So this is what I'm looking at, by the way. Let's see if I can scroll in a little bit. So it says the mouse position was at 570 and 402. And then it says the slider position is at 572 and 406. Which doesn't make any sense because this was in the bounding box. So if we were like center in the bounding box. Yeah, here, so 571. 572. Yeah. This should be the other way around. Like, this should be bigger than this. So it must be something wrong with how I'm calculating this. I gotta go take a look. Let's see. Your engine, let's see. Voodoo, your engine uses service architecture? I don't know how to call it. I just wanted to ask why that specifically. Is there a name for that? Service architecture? I didn't know that was like a, or I didn't, is it like singletons kind of deal? Is that like, I mean, that's kind of how like it acts, I suppose. Service architecture. Like, I'm as ignorant as like you say you are too about this. I'm trying to remember like design patterns, but I think that's mostly like OOP. I mean, I think that's a pretty common thing. Like when someone's like setting up like a project and they're like not really sure how to like architect stuff yet. It's like just to kind of, especially like game engine stuff. I feel like people tend to just have like managers for everything and like services for everything. I'm kind of getting away from it in some places. I guess my answer to like why I did, there wasn't really like a particular like moment I decided to. If that's the answer you wanted for that, but as far as like me using it and like I guess the benefits of it, I don't know. Like I feel like I'm gonna do like a cleanup. Sorry if I'm going on like a tangent, but I'm gonna do a cleanup at some point where I'm gonna like kind of splay out the class definitions inside of each folder a bit more. And the idea is like the services should be like a really easy thing to spot, right? Like if you're someone who's trying to like use the engine, right, and you want to know how can I interact with the engine, go to the service class. That's usually where you can find like functions that you interact with and are like globally available, right? And I use the service functions all the time, or the service classes all the time in my scripts. So like if I need to interact with the scenes in like a global sense, if I need to interact with like the static audio library, if I need to interact with like the current active runtime UI, there's one place for it to exist and there's one function to call, right? So there's no like confusion about that. It does have its negatives though. Having like a static piece of data that's globally referenceable, it's kind of bad for modularity. It's really bad for like multi-threading if you intend on having it being used by multiple threads. But I think it's really good in like certain scenarios. Like the audio system is a really good candidate for having like a service class, because you'd only ever initialize one audio system. And you would want to have like a specific initialization and a specific termination that's like findable, right? And you wouldn't want to like get that confused. So like there would be no reason to have like multiple audio systems. So this is like perfect for being like a service class, right? Other things like scenes and whatnot, yeah, that's kind of debatable, not gonna lie. But I do have a service class just for like stuff like rendering data, or like certain things that really should only be initialized once and should only be terminated once, right? And then I could have multiple scenes, but like data that needs to be like initialized once and then like handled in that system can be called with the init function. It's like a good benefit of it. So yeah, I guess that was like my long answer to that. I don't know if that was helpful. A lot of people make arguments against it, and I kind of get why, so it just depends on the situation. But I feel like it's very easy to see what's going on. You're like, oh, like, just use the service class. Okay. Can't go wrong. Okay, so what's wrong with this? What did I do? Why is the location off? widget translation slider size dot x divided by 2. Widget translation dot y, widget size dot y divided by 2. And then widget translation dot y. Oh, wait a second. This is for the rendering, but it's actually not relevant for like mouse picking. I just realized that. So we just do this, right? Okay, let me try that. Yeah, because I would want to move it up to half extent when I'm displaying it, but that's not actually relevant to its location. I hope I'm right. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense because the amounts that it was off were like very small, so it's probably what was causing it, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not actually entirely convinced by the math. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look. Alright, so let's get one like I know where it's at. So let's make this a bit bigger. Okay, so we're gonna go right in the middle. Okay. Alright, here we go. So the slider position is at 865, right? And then the mouse position is at 875, so that makes sense, right? Oh, nope, don't do that. That would make sense for the X, and then the slider size is 10, so, or it's 20, so divided by 2 is 10, so 865 plus 10 is 875, we were in the middle, that makes sense. This one seems more dramatic though, what's up with that? Wait, what? Wait, this seems kind of off actually. 569. And this is up by like 50. But the size of the slider is only 30. Whoa, what? What? Hmm? The slider size is 30. Slider size is 30. This is 569. This is... Yeah, this is wrong. Why is the Y value wrong? The thing that has me confused is like, why does this one work and then this one doesn't? You know? Let me just add this back. I guess I could how do I say? I guess I could step through this and see like what the values are. Maybe there's something in that. Let's see. Do you ever get stressed whenever you find something on stream that can't get how to fix? Oh, like you don't understand. I don't get how to fix. I sometimes stream too. I find it that way, but yeah, I mean, I feel like I just I don't know. I don't really have a good solution for that. Like that does just happen for me. I try not to do like problems that are really, really hard on stream where like I really have absolutely no idea. Because I will just be staring at the screen for like a few hours. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of nice now. I mean, before I was doing those like 8-hour streams. I think nowadays I'm doing the 3-hour streams, so I'm not really that like stressed about like getting through the code. I'm more kind of just like I guess doing more code off stream and then just showcasing at the beginning of the stream nowadays. And then just trying to get through as much as I can, but not really too stressed about it right now. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just the nature of coding, right? You're always going to be like... I mean, if it's not hard, you're probably doing something wrong, right? if your brain isn't hurting, you're probably throwing in a bug. Right, yeah, it's like, yeah, you're not, like, challenging yourself, right? Okay, wait, 336, 18, 340. Does that make sense? Hold on. Let me make this bigger. It should be in the middle of the Y value, let's see. Nope, makes absolutely no sense. Like, okay, the X is fine. There's something fundamental I'm messing up with calculations somewhere. I gotta check something. Because this is wrong. 760. Like, this one's fine. But then, yeah, 547, 549, and then it's supposed to be 29, but we're in the middle of it. Bro, what? Okay, I gotta take a second to figure that out. Like, what? Let's see, Voodoo. I gotta go. I need to study. Luck to you. Oh, for sure, you too. I hope it goes well, my guy. What the hell is going on here? Brain. Let's see. Alright, I think I might take a quick BRB, maybe a few minutes then, I suppose. I'm gonna go get some water, maybe I'll come back, look at the code, something will make sense. Yep, later, Voodoo. Okay, I have an idea where to check, maybe. I don't know. Okay, one thing is I might be modifying something before I call the function. That's always a possibility. No, we're passing it directly, so no. Okay, the other thing is I think my math is just off somewhere. Like there's just some assumption here that I'm just breaking. Because the X aspect of the thimble is not being like adjusted, or how do I say, like the X aspect is just being drawn directly where it needs to be, right? But the Y aspect needs to be adjusted a bit more. And I'm like, did I do that somewhere? So the yeah, the X aspect is being modified in this case. And oh, okay, yeah, that's why. Yeah. I just wrote the code wrong. Okay, that's my bad. Yeah, it's even here too. So the translation, yeah, I should probably just follow it more closely then. Oh, and also the bounding box is okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think I need to go on the drawing board and figure this out because yeah, I just realized the math for this is going to be different. Okay, let's add this stuff back. Let's put this here. So we're gonna do plus slider slider size dot x divided by 2.0. Okay, yeah, because this is the code that creates the quad that's rendered relative to its center, right? But what we want is a bounding box. The bounding box should be relative to the bottom left corner, or top. It doesn't matter which corner. It needs to be relative to a corner. So that's why when we move the x back by half of the extent of the widget size, it was at the correct value. So let me see. So that was just purely by accident. Did that worked out? Yeah, so let me look at these x values again. Let me get this corner right here. Slider position is 572. Mouse position is... Okay, wait. If I center this, are we the same? Yeah, I'd say we're like... Wait. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think those are aligned. Okay, so this click is right in the middle, right? So if I look in the middle right here, 572, we're roughly the same, right? So what we need to do, right, is just, how do I say, move to the left by half of this size and then move down by half the size, and that'll be like our initial position. So basically, and then again, that's why this worked, because we just moved back by this amount. And then this needs to stay here, but we need to subtract. What is it? Slider size, y, divided by 2.0. So let's see if that'll work. Yeah, because it moves up to the center and then moves it down by, yeah, that should work. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So let's get like almost middle on the X. Actually, let's go full screen in this. Okay, we're gonna go like middle on the X and like almost the top of the Y. Let's take a look at that. So we should be middle on the X. Yeah, we're about middle on the X, and it should be almost the okay. Oh no, yeah. Wait. The slide position's at 600. We're at 33, we're almost, no, yeah, this is right. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, so this code is going to be slightly different from the rendering code, so I'm going to just keep them unique for now. But yeah, that should work. Cool. This is no longer necessary. Alright, so now we know we have the bounding box. Let's what was the next thing? I keep forgetting. Detect when clicking the thimble on the slider, and then ensure a press state for the widget. Okay, so we just need to do some bounds checking. Ensure check if the mouse click falls within the bounds of the slider. There we go. So if, and then we're going to do mouse pause dot x. Wait. Is greater than, is mouse position x is less than, is greater than, slider location dot x. And I will copy this, creating my inequalities. Is less than slider size dot x. Okay. And then we just rinse and repeat this. Just do dot x. Nope. Really? In the selection, I don't know why it's not. Okay, there we go. Skip scare me, man. Good thing I didn't put an entire project. That would have been horrible. I mean, it's a good thing I just committed, because, yeah, that... yeah. Eek. Alright, so... this should... okay, what we'll do now is we'll do a KG warn, and we'll say, we hit the box. Alright, let's just try that. Should make sure that's working. And then, yeah, all we have to do is just set this widget to be the current pressed widget. And that's it. That's all we have to do for this step. Okay, let's see. Let's get like real close. Yep, yep. Nice. Okay. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's good. All right. All right, now for the grand finale. Yep, there we go. That's what we wanted. All right. So now we have a pressed widget, right? So let's see. Let's try and go to the onUpdate section for this. So let's go find the onUpdate function. Okay, and then I think it checks for an editing widget, yeah? So we'll also check for active. Okay. Oh, I don't have a trace warn, do I? We have a pressed widget. Wait, where is my... hold on. Okay. So this should keep yelling at me if we have a pressed widget. Should be very annoying. But what we need to do now is respond to an on mouse button released event. Should be fairly simple, to be honest. It's just static. I think these usually require a bool. I don't think it matters, whatever. Yeah. I'm just gonna do void. I don't care. On mouse released event. I'll change it to bool if I need to. Events mouse button released. And then, you know, I'm gonna start being kind with this. Let's do a pointer, right? Instead of actually, or, you know, let's do reference. Yeah. Makes sense on the stack, right? You're just handling an event. Do I want it to be const? Sure. Why not? Event. All right. Call it mouse button released, yeah. Okay. And we'll say if. Let's go get that context, yeah? Where is it? Here it is. Alright, so all we're going to do right now is just if we do mouse button released, we're just going to set the press to like null. So if UI pressed widget, like if it's a thing, and make it not a thing. Yeah, okay. So last thing is we need to hook up this function. So let's go to wherever we do this. I'm trying to think. Might be in the viewport panel or in the main window. Let's check the main window. Do I have an on mouse button released? Just pressed, yeah? Okay. Okay, and then we do this. Sure. I might need like a so why am I passing by? I don't know. So some of these events are getting kind of heavy, so I got to be careful passing them by copy. Sure, well, whatever. On mouse button released, and I'm gonna put runtime. You know what? I'm gonna do this one how I want to. I don't care. It's gonna be off. Alright, let's do cost reference. Event. Yeah. Alright, so this in theory should only be called if we're in the runtime. I don't know if I'm checking. Where do I call the onUpdate? I think I call the onUpdate. I've already confirmed that there is a runtime. Okay, that's fine. It's not, because this is an on button released event. Like this type of event is not. It's not run every frame, so it's fine. So first thing we'll do is we'll check if. I gotta remind myself to connect this to the runtime app as well. So we'll do runtime runtime UI service active get active UI, yeah. Alright, so if that is a thing, we're gonna call runtime UI service. Yeah, there we go. And just pass it along. There you go. Easy. Alright, let's hook this up. So I think we're gonna go to the inputs, or let's just search in this file. Inputs event. Okay, and somewhere in here we have on play. Yeah, this. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, fine. Okay, I think we're good here. Alright, let's go do the runtime as well, just so I don't forget. And let me copy over that one function. So we'll grab this. And then let's just paste this in here for a second. Hit this. Take all these with me. Okay, let's head over to the runtime map. Input event, yeah? Okay. Easy. There's no runtime version, it's just released, yeah. So it should be good there. Okay. Mouse button released. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Let's see it work. How many hours are we at? Hour and a half? It's not too bad. I think I ignored my finger break earlier. Shoulda. It's not good. Stretch my fingers real quick. Okay, just gonna wait for this to compile. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, okay. So let me let's move this over here. It's so messed up when it gets. Yeah, I gotta fix that at some point. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay, so you can see I have it pressed. Then I let it go. So pressed. Let it go. Pressed. Let it go. There we go. Yep. Okay, one thing I'm wondering about though, how does it handle if I do this? Yeah, it's the window event, so it always handles it, I think. Yeah. Okay, cool, yeah. I think we're good. Nice. let's see. What did we get done? Enter state. Yep. So I can probably call these good. All right, next thing, and I added a nice little on mouse button pressed or released event. That's cool. Might need that later. Might need that later for other things. I'm pretty sure it'll work in the runtime. I don't see why not, but I'll check it later after this is all done. All right, so make the thimble slider follow the X position of the cursor. That. Oh, wait a second. Like, that's not the worst thing ever. It's just, it is a little complex, yeah. Oh yeah, it needs a little bit of information injected because I need the viewport data. So how am I gonna do that? On update, huh? Oh yeah, that's kind of a weird, weird, yeah. Viewport data and then mouse position. I think the viewport data is available as long as it is the current active viewport. That makes sense. I do have to inject it in certain states, but I might be able to globally reference it. Because in order to get this X position, right, it's not as simple as just get the X position in the editor. In the editor, I need to get the viewport data injected from the actual viewport. And I don't want to modify the on update to take every variable. Yeah, again, I think I already solved this issue. So, but yeah, we're gonna need to make kind of a similar calculation. Or wait, And then that X position has to be. Okay, yeah. Give me a few minutes. I gotta think about this. Let me try to figure something out. Okay. No, I think I got it. The only it's actually not that hard. The only thing is just making sure I can get the correct information from the viewport data. That's like the main hiccup I was thinking about. But other than that, it's actually not that hard to set up. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to the on update, yeah? Alright, now this is just yelling this over and over again, so let's actually make it do something. I'll put a few comments. So the first one will be... Actually, I can just copy it straight from the on and left, this thing. So it's the exact same thing, actually. The only thing is we need to get this viewport data and we need to get this mouse position. So this, oh wait. Oh damn no, we need to inject it from the Yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, there's a reason why I had to do this like this with this viewport data right here. Yeah, let's go find the usage of this. I'm going to go take a look and get this again. This is the runtime map. This one's not that bad. No, I want the hard one. Give me this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, it has to be a separate function. Yeah, because there's other ways of doing this. Like one thing I could do is like set like a there is one way I could do it. It's kind of roundabout. I don't really love it. Wait, hold on. Let me go to the runtime map really quick. I had this weird feeling I already solved this problem. On window resize, an application. Okay, this was the one I was worried. Yeah. That was the issue I was dealing with earlier. It's kind of related. So one way I could solve this is to throw an event. But I don't really want to, not gonna lie. Like one thing I definitely can't do in like no context or whatever is I can't get data. Like if I'm in the runtime UI service implementation file inside of the engine lib, right? Like if I go to the engine, right? So this is linked into the editor, linked into the runtime, and linked into the server, right? Not the other way around, right? So if this engine needs to be aware of some like information, I have to send it along with the function call so that it can process that. Otherwise, there's no like global state or any like way that the engine can reference the editor, right? Like it can't just say like, hey, editor viewport panel, can you give me the viewport data, please? Like no, that doesn't work. One way to get around that is to use events. So you could submit like you could submit an event from the engine, right? And the event will trickle down into the editor, and the editor can respond to the event in a particular way, which will send that data back up to the engine. That's kind of like a roundabout way of getting like this direction communication. And also the other thing is just send the data directly, right? Just make a function call, it just sends the data directly. But the reason I'm having such a like an issue with it is just because I didn't really want to change the onUpdate to take in like multiple parameters. I wanted to just be a flat onUpdate with a time step. But honestly, it's not really a hill to die on, to be honest. Just, oh, it looks uniform, like, whatever. All right, so yeah, we have it on update. Yeah, this. Let's comp this out for a second. On updates, I just don't know what to call it though. Check if the mouse click falls. Okay, fine. I'll just modify the I'll modify this function instead of making copies. So we'll do basically what we did with this one. We'll just provide these along with the time step. Yeah, we're gonna need to inject this. Okay, yeah, the one thing I don't like about this is that if I make this function like this, right, where it has this like unique function signature, some of the ideas I have for setting up this type of system as being more modular later on is going to be kind of weird. It's kind of hard to explain like what I'm thinking about that, but yeah, it's just going to make it tough. Okay, you know what? I'll just deal with that when I get to that spot. Whatever. So this is pressed. We don't need any of this. Well, wait, no. Hold on. We actually we don't need the slider bounding box. We actually need the. We don't need the full bounding box. We need the bounding box for the line, not the slider. But we don't need the full bounding box. We just need how do I say? We just need the X component of it. So let's head over to the on render and go take a look. Okay, there we go. Okay, no. The X is just the full size, so no, we're good on that. We're good on that aspect. Slider X location. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Slider X location. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this into like 3 if statements. So the first one's gonna be if mouse position X is less than, as in we're like below the X size, right? Set the resultant value to its lowest. I'll explain that in a second. And then we'll do else if. And then we'll do this one. And then we're going to do greater than. Okay, this one is use linear interpolation to set value. Okay, There we go. Everything else here is just irrelevant. I'll erase. I can just comment these out for now. I might have had an error or something. Okay, let me explain my logic. So the idea is, right, this is getting called every frame, right? We're trying to figure out what the bounding box, or not the bounding box, just the bounding. What do you have? Bounding line? I don't know. The bounding line dimensions. The line dimensions. Okay, so this is the dimensions of the line, right? When you have that slider, the line that it's sliding along, right? So yeah, and basically it's just checking. This first check is to see if we're below it, as in like we're off to some side on the left side, right? If we're below the x value, then we want to just set it to 0, right? If the next one is if we're above the x value, right? So if we're on the other side of the line, we're like too high, right? We're just going to set it to the highest value, right? And then don't think about it, right? And then if it's not that side, if it's not too low and it's not too high, then it must be in the middle, which means we're going to just figure out where the value should be using linear interpolation. And yeah, all of these will call the function. It's just for different scenarios. Oh, I guess I'm taking a break. Yeah, I'll go ahead and fill this in a second. I might do some, what is it called? I might do some tracing, like some logging real quick with these, just to make sure that they're correct. And then after that, we'll go ahead and set the values correctly and call the correct function and all that good stuff, right? But yeah, I'm gonna use the restroom. I'm gonna stretch my fingers. I'll be right back. Ooh, okay. All right, let's test this out. Let's see if this is working. We are too low. Let's just duplicate it. Too high. We in this bit. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, and then I think I'll figure this one out first. I don't know. I don't think it matters, but let me think. What values are we given? We basically have the starting and end points for the line, which is basically this is the end point. This is the starting point, right? Okay, and then we have some cursor value that, in this case, is presumably in between these two, right? In this case. Okay. So one thing we can do is kind of normalize it so that, like, this is a... how do I say? Like, this is 1, and this is 0, and then the mouse value is just some value in between those two, right? And then the next thing is just to load up those bounds from the widget, right? Load those bounds into the interpolation, or the interpolation equation, linear interpolation. So we'll do the lower and upper bounds, and we'll provide our, like, normalized value. There's an error. And then, yeah, that should give us the actual, like, current value that we can present to the function call. Oh yeah, I have to do this, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Kind of annoying I have to do that every frame, honestly. Might cache that information, actually, since we're retrieving every frame. I suppose it's fine for now, though. So mouse position, and then viewport data. Yeah, it's right here. So something along these lines, right? Yeah, probably should cache this information somewhere. Okay. Yeah. Gotta add like a conversion function for that. Go fix the runtime I have while I'm at it. It's not going to throw an error, but let's just not forget to do that, right? Yeah, it's going to slow down. Oh, that's not the worst calculation ever, honestly, to do every frame, but seems necessary. Yeah, when I do a refactor of this, I'll take another look at that because it seems a bit silly. Isn't there an error somewhere? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, but it's gonna be different. So let's go find. I think it's mouse button pressed. This one. This thing. Yeah. Actually, let's just copy this over. Yeah, we'll just go from here to here. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let me see. I'm just gonna profile it really quick. I'm just curious. Yeah, it's pretty much the main offenders are just the normal rendering functions. That's what's taking the longest. So that's fine. This is, I guess, much worse than it normally is. Okay, let me just... Alright. Alright. We in. We are too low. We in. We are too high. There we go. Yeah. That's good. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Okay, don't need this anymore. You know what, let's get these done first. These are probably pretty easy. So... how do I get the data from that? I don't even know, man. Let's see. Check the chat. That's Adam Dev. Hi. Oh, hey. How's it going, man? How's it going? Yeah, where am I at with the stream? I think I'm like 2 hours, 13? I guess I'm on my last hour. Been working on sliders. Trying to get the sliders to work. I think it's almost there, though. Just the little function for like moving the slider. I just haven't implemented it yet. Still thinking about that right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this lowest and highest first. I already just checked that like these do work, so they get called in the right place. What do I want to do here? Let's see. Okay, I think the first thing is I want to get this widget as its correct type. Because in all cases, we're going to be setting it, so let's go ahead and get it. We'll do it up here. Get the underlying widget type. And then we'll do an assert too, just to make sure. Because it'd be weird if we got an incorrect widget type as the pressed widget. There's only really one type of widget that gets pressed. Let me think. Oh yeah, okay. So it's going to be active UI. Widget type is equal to, yeah, widget types. What is this one? Slider. That's what we're doing. Okay, so we're just gonna assert that. You know, be weird if it wasn't, and then we'll go ahead and get it. So I think it's slider widget pointer. Okay, and then we're just going to cast it. So we'll do active UI pressed. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and cast that over to a slider widget. Pointers, raw cast. We'll get it as a reference because the assert would have gone off, I suppose. Living dangerous with these dereferences, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so now we have the slider widget. That means we have all the information relevant to it, so let's go ahead and do something with that. Here, the main thing I want to do is just say active slider dot current value, right, is equal to I think the minimum bounds. We want active slider dot bounds. This is a vector too, so we'll just do dot x, yeah. Okay, and then just do the higher bounds in this one. If we're so again, so this is like if we're too low. This is if we're too high, right? And this is like where we need to do some linear interpolation, right? So we'll get to that. Right now, I don't think we're rendering. Like we're not basing the location off of the current value. So let's go ahead and change that. Let me go to the onRender. Oh, do I have to do linear interpolation on the... maybe I do, yeah. Okay, let's just head over to that render function. We'll deal with it. Okay, you know what? Just slider widget on render. There we go. Alright. So this thing. So this one, this is the rendering function for the slider, right? This actually renders the middle line for the slider, and then these two render the, how do I say? These render the actual like little thimble slider thing, right? That gets slid. Yeah, so currently we're just passing in like the widget translation directly. So I think what we need to do is we need to pass in a translation. It just moves it over. But the thing is, if I do this, I gotta, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And then the current value, we have to go back on linear interpolation. Oh no, that's easy. Yeah. You just divide it out, just normalize it. Do we have any other information here? Not really. Okay, let's just do it here. So what we're gonna do is get the slider's current location. location based on the bounds and current value. I'll say current normalized location, yeah, because it's going to be from 0 to 1, yeah. Okay, so how do we do that? Let's see. I can't remember basic algebra. Wait, give me a sec, I'm going to write it down on my whiteboard. Okay, now I got it. So the value we're trying to get is float slider location. Yeah, slider location. Slider. I'll be more specific, I guess. Normalized slider location. And this is basically going to be value minus lower. So it's going to be value, what is that? Current value. Minus lower bound, which is bounds dot x divided by. I'm sure there's some like optimization that you could do with that. I don't know, whatever. And then upper bound minus lower bound. Okay, that's it. There's the normalized location. So this should give a value between 0 and 1. Right, that's between these two bounds for the current value. Okay. Yeah, do I just add that to this? Like add plus widget translation times the normalized slider location? Is that all I do? Yeah, the PEMDAS should work on that end too, so should be good. Yeah, I don't know. Try it. Plus this, right? So the idea is you have the current widget translation. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Widget size, my bad. Widget size. That would have been crazy. It would have flown off the map. Or the screen, huh? Widget size. Oh, wait a second. But this should only apply to the x-axis. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Let me undo that. Let's that. Okay, so we want this, and then widget translation dot x, widget translation dot y, and widget translation dot z. Right, and then we'll bring this down and bring this down. Sure. Okay, now this is the one that needs plus this. That's gonna be widget size dot x. Wait, really? Wait, no, in the back. I don't know. Sure. Yeah, okay, I think that should work. So let's erase this. Huh. Wait. We just... What is this? M slider color? Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, the idea is you have the widget translation, and then you also add on the percentage of like from 0 to 1, right, that the current value is at. That's what this is, right? Multiplied by the size, so that should just put it at the correct location, I believe. So let's just see if it renders correctly. Some of the calculations that I used before are going to be off now because I did this, so I have to update it. But let's just see if it works in the base case. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it works on the corners. Good. Oh yeah, and then yeah, it's not it isn't. I think it's looking for this bounding box. Yeah. Okay, let's fix that really quick. Let's fix that real quick. But yeah, that's working as intended. It is moving it now. So let's get this thing. And then let's head over to whatever that function is. Change the song real quick. Let's see. Mouse. Okay. Left mouse button pressed. Yep. Come down here. Okay. Yeah, we need to get it. So let's go over to... I'll do it up here. Paste that, okay. It's not pressed, it's M selected in this case, because it's not pressed yet. Okay. Now we gotta do active slider. Like that for all these. Okay. Alright, so now we need to take this and just modify the translation of it on the x-axis. So just basically do what I just did with the other thing. So plus widget size dot x times the normalized value slider location. Yeah, I might abstract this into its own function, but some of these are different, so I don't know. It's kind of weird. This whole like calculation thing I'm doing here. I did that for the get widget location, but it's not as easy with this, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't like that I have to update it in 3 places. I think that's good though. I don't think I need to modify the size or anything. And then, yeah, it's just relative to whatever is generated here, so we're good. Okay, let's go up to here. Okay, and then I don't think I need to do any of those calculations here. Yeah, because the size and widget has nothing to do with the little thimble thing. Alright, so now when I click on it, it should move to the correct spot, and even if I click it on the right side, it should still click it. If you get what I'm saying, because this function was the on left click, right? When I just modified on left mouse button click, so yeah, that just handles its initial click. Let's try it. So yeah, that makes sense. Keep doing that. Gotta stop doing that. Okay. Yeah, it's a good thing I got this asserts. Or this, or I guess that wasn't an assert, that was just... Oh no, that was an assert, yeah, that was an assert. Yeah, good. Okay. Alright, now I should be able to click this and bring it back. There we go. Yeah. Cool. Alright, and this is actually modifying the value. So now the last part is just to get the middle part working, like this part. Should be pretty easy, to be honest. So, where am I handling this? I think up in the on update. Yeah, I don't need any of this garbage. Go away. And yeah, actually, I can probably use that one function I was copying over, or this thing, the normalized location. Yeah, I could definitely use this. All right, so first we get the normalized location, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay, and then the next thing, but basically our end goal is to do this, but not with the bounds. This is gonna be with the value that we calculate. And let's go ahead and include the interpolation section so we can use it. And I kind of forgot how to use it. Let me go take a look. Okay, just freeze the tape me there, sure. Let's see. Alright, linear, vec2. Yeah, cool. I can just use this. So, okay, it looks like I just call this function and it should work. So, the main thing is that I provide like a starting point, an ending point, and I provide like a value in between those. Wait, does this percentage, or does this actually give me the value? Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, we're doing okay, so this has to be a percentage, yeah. That's how linear interpolation works, yeah. I remember. Interpolation. Oh no, we gotta do math. Math interpolation. Linear. Right. Okay, and we'll just provide the values. So the beginning and ending is easy. It's just the bounds. So we're going to do active slider dot m bounds, so the lower bound, and then we'll do the upper bound, and then we'll just do the normalized value. That's it. Thanks. So this should just result in some value in between those bounds, and then yes. Oh, wait a second, I'm not using the mouse positions, that's why. Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay. This still mostly stands, though. So, this is the upper bound. Maybe it would be easier to define this as upper bound and lower bound, huh? Float slider upper lower bound. Just this. Slider upper bound. Am I forgetting something? Okay, yeah. So now that we have those, we just do lower bound. Oh yeah, I was gonna rename this. So slider line lower bound. I just wanted to be more descriptive, I guess. Okay. Slider line lower bound. Lower bound. Upper bound. And mouse position index. Wait, where is this? Oh, yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, cool, there we go. Originate, how's it going? I'm talking to on YouTube by the way, if anyone's watching on Twitch. Yeah, I'm doing all right. How about you? I'm good. Just working on the slider widget. I think I just got it to work. So let me go ahead and try it. Let me show you. Let's just make sure. Yeah, okay. Let me go and try it. Yeah, I'm kind of excited because I'm actually getting pretty close to being done with this UI stuff. It's getting kind of boring, so. Oh, this thing got in the way. But no, this thing too. Yeah, the slider and then the drop-down widget. I'm about to be done with the slider widget, and drop-down I already started working on. And then just these last two, and then I'm done with the UI stuff. Last thing is fix a few networking issues, and then I should be done with Pong, so I could finally be done with a game. Alright, so let's see if this works. I don't know. Might be broken. Okay, so that did not work. Okay. All right, let's take a look. See what happened here. I'm gonna let's do this. Bounds now Y. Okay. Let me test that. Let me look at this code too. What's going on? Okay, so what happened here? Okay. So at this point, the mouse position .x should be between the lower bounds and the upper bounds. So this mouse position is 568. Or yeah, okay, so it's above the lower bound, yeah. It's below the upper bound, definitely. Okay, let's see what that results in. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Hold on. Why is that wrong? It's mouse position. Oh, duh. Wait. How is this working in the first place, actually? Yeah, because, yeah, PEMDOS probably was making that go first. Yeah, let me look at the other one really quick, too. What's up with that? Yeah, how is this working in the first place? Wait, let me look at the render function, too. Hold on. Slider widget. That doesn't... I'm confused by that because it was doing what I thought it would here, so this should have broken. I don't know why it's... Let me take a look at that as well. So let's close this and see what we're getting. Okay, that's right. That's correct, yeah. Oh, maybe there was an issue before because we only had 0 and 1 rendering, so Yeah, that actually, okay, that makes sense, yeah. Let's try it. Let's see what we get now. Okay, okay, this is now actually a proportion, so let's try that. Let's see what's going on. There we go. I don't know why it jumps ahead a little bit. Maybe it's because it's rounding or something? I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, it like moves over to it being at the corner, huh? Okay, maybe when it's rendering, I should just move it back by half. That might fix this issue. Yeah, I think I just need to move it back by half. Move the rendering back by a half. Let me go take a look. Okay, so let's just remove this. Let's just remove this. See how that looks. But thing is, the bounding box is going to be off too. So I have to update that as well. But let's just see if it centers around the thing. Okay, there we go. It's centered at least. The only thing is, I know if I go on this left side, it's not going to work. Yeah, because the actual bounding box is over here, or like over here, I guess. I don't know. I just know it's supposed to work here, but it's not. And it should. Yeah, like it works right. Okay, I don't know, but yeah, I just need to move it back a bit. Okay, so where do I do that? Let's go to on left. All right. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. No. I think I broke something. Hold on. This is this. Oh no, this is the slider size. Okay, never mind. Close line. I thought I subtracted or removed the wrong one. Where does this go? This one. Oh, interesting. Slider location is widget translation times... Okay, so I'm doing this math right here. Okay, so then we need to do minus slider size dot x times 2 dot divided by 2.0f. I mean, I could probably do a bitwise operation. Well, no, this is a float. Never mind. Okay, let's try that. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that. It's never easy. Yeah, and then the final calculation is based on the mouse's position. So the actual rendering of the thimble thing doesn't actually matter in that case. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Hell yeah. Let's go. One thing I could do too is I could probably add a linear interpolation so that when you move it, it like slowly it animates to it. But I'm not gonna bother with that. It's fine. Okay, but yeah, we got a slider going. Oof. Finally. Okay, so the rest of what I need to do with the slider is basically just calling the right function at the right time and then just accessing the data. That's about it. But yeah, I mean, looks like it's doing good though. I'm happy with that. At least in its basic form, right? I'm not going to show any numbers here because I'm probably going to expose it as a separate thing you can put with it. Or how do I say it? You can put a separate widget alongside of it and just align it and then do it that way if you want. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and call the function for this. Where is the... I call another function somewhere else. Let me see. There's something similar. I don't want to have to write this myself. Okay, let's just try call... There we go. All right. So if active slider this one is a void float. Okay, and we're going to pass in an actual float, so we're going to pass in this bit, the new calculated value. And there you go. On move slider function. I don't know why you wouldn't define it, but I suppose it's possible. Yeah, because we just updated the value, and then now we want to present that value to whoever's doing the scripts, and you can just do whatever you gotta do, right? Yeah, you know what? One thing I might do too is, we have this M on move slider function, right? I'm also going to call this when we let go of the mouse, right? So let me grab this, and also grab this just in case. I don't know. And let me go to the on mouse release. Okay, and then for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to call its appropriate function. Yeah, so this is if it is here, when you release it, it should let go. That's the whole goal. You're supposed to clear the press widget. But before we clear it, we want to call this one last time, right? And I might, how do I say? Oh, this needs a... Oh, no, we have the current value. Never mind. Yeah, we're good here. Do I want to do a whole calculate? Oh, wait a second. This... Oh, actually, this is going to be a little complicated now that I think about it. Because I actually need to get some information from the, at the mouse location and whatnot. And that needs some extra calculations. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it right now. But the idea would be that, like, you could have a separate function pointer here other than the onMove. Called, like, on move slider release. I don't know, something like that. And then you could just not define something for this function. And then you'd have slider release or something. I'll think of a better name. But yeah, it would release. This only gets called when you release. So that way you can have sliders where you change stuff and it only really gets modified when you let go, right? You might want that. You might want to have something where it gets modified. You don't want to modify it like every frame, right? It's kind of ridiculous in some cases. So I'll just leave it alone for now. It's fine. Okay, so let's just test this out real quick. Make sure I'm getting the correct value out of everything. And then I think I'll just call it. And I'll just deal with some like odds and ends with it off stream when I get to it, you know? Trying to think if I need anything else to test it. No, I think I'm good. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and test it. All right, let's see. All right, so we got a little slider. So we have an on press and an on move slider over here, right? We'll do the on move slider. Let's go ahead and create one. Oh, yeah. Good point. Forgot to define the, what is it called? Slider value. Make sure I didn't forget anything else. Yeah, this is the void float in this case. Still don't love the way this looks. I gotta figure something out for clean this up, but yeah. That should fix that. Let's try it again. All right, let's try it again. There we go. Okay. don't have like format stuff yet. I think I'll probably add that soon for the logging, but yeah, we'll do string. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let's see if it crashes. Moment of truth, right? It's kind of weird. Oh, yeah. There's this, like, issue with the logging where it gets stuck sometimes. It's so annoying. Wait, no, hold on. Is that a logging issue? Hold on. No, wait. Doing a lot of logging. Yeah, it's just this thing can't handle they were doing it every on update. Yeah, logging goes crazy with it. So yeah, probably shouldn't be logging all this every frame. Let me test it with some other bounds though. I don't know if the bounds are 0, 1. Oh, they are 0, 1. Okay, good. Scaring me. Oh yeah, the numlock. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and save it. Let's try that again. Yep, that's interpolated correctly. Cool. That looks good. I don't want to do it too much because the logging is going to die. I gotta figure out a way to, like... I just need to cap the logging. I think this thing's kind of unbounded and that's kind of not good. The logger can handle it. It's just this toast thing can't handle it. I think that's why it's lagging. Yeah. Maybe I'll put a note. Fix the toast logging. There's a lot of ways to like fix that as well. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think that's good. We are getting the slider values. So nice. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty content. Nice. Alright, so yeah, I mean, the slider is basically working. I mean, there's still probably some stuff I need to add to it. Probably like getting the value in certain ways, but yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, you can just link into this function and then just do whatever you gotta do, right? Or I'll probably add a function where you can just query the slider value like at any point and then just get it if you need to. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else I was supposed to do. Let me go check my, yeah, I mean, I think all these are done. Alright, so the next thing is going to be the combo. I already started kind of writing the backend code. I'll try to write most of the like backend code myself, like off streams, because it's kind of boring. It's basically just a repeat of what, if you watch the last stream, like, it's the same exact thing, just getting it connected to the editor and everything, so... I'll do that off stream and I can do some refactoring myself as well while I'm there. But yeah, I think that's it for me. Let me go ahead and delete this, by the way. I don't want this in the main menu. Okay, cool. I don't think I'm gonna push the Kong because I didn't really modify anything too crazy. Alright, so let's go ahead and push this. Let's see. What we got? What do we do? Mouse button on runtime. Yeah, okay, so add functions on mouse button released functions to main window.cpu/h and runtime app.cpu/h. To work with, well, I'll just do that. It's fine. Okay. I'm not gonna mention this honestly. Yeah, these are the same thing. Just add the bounds. I don't know if this changed, to be honest. Add an interpolation. Okay, so the majority of changes came in here. Let's take a look. So there's that, yeah, interpolation. Okay. Allow something to function. My brain, man. In time UI.cp/h. Let's see if anything else specific I did. Okay, good. Okay, I'll go ahead and push that in a moment. And yeah, I guess about 5 minutes over my 3-hour mark, so I guess I'll go ahead and call it for today. Where is... I'll go ahead and call it done though. I'll call it done. I'm gonna do some other changes, but just the basic slider is pretty much usable, right? I'll do some, like, I guess use case testing once I'm actually using it inside of Pong, so but it seems like it's working, so. And yeah, I'll check some stuff after stream on it. So yeah, the next thing is just getting the drop down. I was calling it combo widget before, but it's a drop down. I think it's more descriptive, I guess. Yeah, I think it's gonna be it for me today, though. Let me see if there's anything else I should say. Okay, next stream should be tomorrow, same time, same, probably like 2 hours or 3 hours. See how it goes, but again, if I cancel my stream, I will indicate that in my schedules tab. Yeah, alright, if anyone's still watching, I appreciate y'all coming by and seeing what I got going on. Again, I know it's not the most exciting streams, past few streams, but you know, engine works kind of be like that, right? But yeah, I appreciate anyone like coming by and chilling out, you know. Yeah, and if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for coming by and watching, whatever time you're watching this or whatever. Hope everyone has a good day or night. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me. So, I'll see you guys later.